Changes could be coming to the way HOAs operate in Texas, and this is going to come after KHOU 11 Investigates uncovered hundreds of people were paying dues to an HOA that didn't even exist.
Couldn't even imagine that happening. Now a state lawmaker is making it his business to protect you. Investigative reporter Cheryl Mercedes shows us how it could help some folks fighting to take their neighborhood back.
More than 40 homeowners from Inwood Forest Village showed up for the first official HOA meeting in over a decade. This was their chance to be heard after years of frustration. They say the neighborhood pool has been closed for at least 10 years. There is overgrown grass and trash sits at curbsides for weeks. The HOA is managed by Tejas Capital Management. According to Secretary of State records, that company is run by Ronald Cochran. Residents say he has been collecting their dues. But in April, we found out that HOA was involuntarily dissolved in 2007. Since then, several homeowners are actively trying to take back their neighborhood.
Right now, Ron is continuing to collect money from us.
Attorney Sarah Gertis is helping the homeowners. She says they must first elect a new board of directors.
So we need 5 properly elected homeowners to serve on that board for this association to be operational.
Gertis says that is a critical step in firing Tejas Capital Management. But it appears Cochran is not letting go so easily. 10 days after our story aired in April, he filed paperwork with the Secretary of State's office to make the association's status active again.
We'll have to pursue Mr. Cochran if he continues to file paperwork on behalf of the association.
What he's doing now and the fact that he's being so elusive, I don't understand it.
Part of the problem is Texas does not have any laws that regulate HOAs, but that may soon change.
I think this is the most egregious thing I've ever seen from a management company.
State Representative Jarvis Johnson is furious and says he plans to create legislation that would require HOAs and their management companies to be more transparent.
Since this story, I've actually talked to my staff about making sure that if a homeowners association is dissolved, which it happens often, that notification must be sent out to every homeowner, not just renter, but to every homeowner so that they understand your protections are no longer in place.
It is something these homeowners say may have protected their properties and their pocketbooks.
We're just concerned like all the other neighbors, and we are just going about trying to make changes in our subdivision.
Several of the homeowners requested financial records from Cochran, which legally they are entitled to. But they say they haven't heard from him. We haven't either. Cheryl Mercedes, KHOU 11 Investigates.